This is Tracks at the Staysh live with the Pindles, brought to you by Micro-Age Basics in Godridge, Wingham, and King Carden. And of course, if you heard earlier, we do have a little bit of an audience here. Can we hear it? We hear it. We hear them. They're here. Yay. So we're live in Godridge, and this is the last segment for the Pindles. Super, super happy, excited that you guys came again. They were here in Godridge for my house concert last year, fell in love with them, and wanted you back. Thank you.
Thank you. We fell in love with you.
Right? Right? Yeah. So we're going to do this. I'll do this. We have Matt, we have Chris, we have Graham, and we have Justin. There we go. Quick little introduction of the band. And yeah, let's talk a bit more about, so first of all, unique thing about you guys, and this is only because I met you through Dano, who's with My Son the Hurricane. Two of you play for My Son the Hurricane.
Yeah, myself and Blake.
Yeah, okay, cool. So can you tell us, just a brief little thing about how do you handle doing both, right?
It's pretty hectic, but we just kind of, lots of emails, lots of going back and forth, and lots of rescheduling, and lots of stress.
Yeah.
Loads of stress.
Yeah, that would work. And I guess Dano is on it.
Yeah,
he is on it. He's like he's
like
business.
The booking ninja.
Yeah, he totally is. Yeah.
Just see how things are going.
See?
Perfect. See, Dano's awesome. Yeah, I love the guy. So it's great to have that. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. That's a cool little thing. You've been together for 4 years, and how many albums do you have out?
Just the one. There's a whole big story that we probably shouldn't get into, but there's one lost in Toronto somewhere.
Oh, well, that's a unique story.
We love playing live. Yeah.
We're a live band now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Well, and do you have any more music coming out? You're probably writing still.
Yeah, always writing, working on demos. We're planning on doing just a live off the floor thing with a friend of ours, Russ Donahue. So that should be out within the next few months or something.
Awesome. All right. And so how could someone find you if they wanted you to play live somewhere else?
I live at 198 Scott.
Just message us on Facebook is probably the easiest way to find us. Yeah.
Okay.
You can find any of our music on like any of the social media things, Spotify, iTunes.
You can email us too.
Yeah, email pindlesband@gmail.com.
All right. So is there any audience members out here that have a question maybe in regards to any of the songs, anything that you want to ask?
I always have the same question.
Okay, well, Kelly, let's hear it.
Well,
You got to come up.
yeah. Oh, do you want me to read from it?
Yeah, last time we had an issue with this. Okay, we'll try the psychic medium for the inside the song. Here we go. Okay.
So one of the questions always, when people come out to see what they're seeing is a finished product, and they're seeing it's kind of cohesive, all of these energies working together. And what I'm curious about is your writing process and how you might relate that to a spiritual process or therapy or healing, or if you feel sometimes like you're channeling it, or if you feel more like you're very like left brain logically putting things together. Is it a combination of both? And if you ever stopped playing music, right, what would you be doing with your time?
That's a good one.
I was gonna say, like in terms of therapy, like it's we're all fans of each other and the way we play. It's therapeutic in that sense. So if you get together and like just say if Matt brings an idea to the table, obviously if he wrote a song about it, he feels something about it, and it's just great to be able to get together as four friends and be able to play and be fans of each other, and that's a therapeutic type thing,
And it's
right?
an emotional connection.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're all we're helping each other through that. It's just fun.
Okay. Okay, Graham.
I would say, thanks, Matt. Getting into what I think you were basing it around was energy. Hello, am I on? Yeah. Okay, good. We're on. I think that goes a lot with personal development and growth. And, some days you're not going to be in the headspace. Beatles weren't on every day. And you just have to kind of grow with yourself, and you bring that into the band. And you have to know when it's a good day, when it's a bad day, and how to handle that. I think the biggest thing is just keeping yourself in check, and the rest has happened naturally. It's not like we're forcing anything. Yeah, it's very organic, and we just day to day, I think we just care about each other and care about ourselves, and I hope it shows.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely does. Awesome. All right, so any other questions? Oh, okay. All right.
My question is, who is your guys' main influence, like, for a musical artist? Like, who do you guys really look up to? Like, is there any bands or singers that you guys like?
Probably have to go around for that because we're all in two different kind of things.
Oh, I get to start. That's great. I don't know, like lots of different things really for me. It's like I really enjoy like kind of like songwriters, which is weird because I play bass, but I like things that have like the least amount of bass.
Oh.
So I figure it's like, it's like kind of a good example. But like Feist.
Oh, yeah.
I love the new album. It came out like 2 years ago, but it's still my number one
Awesome.
so far.
And this is Justin that we're talking to.
Yes.
All right. Chris?
I like to listen to lots of stuff that, like recordings that can't really be repeated almost. Like I love like kind of messy sound, like noisy kind of things. But again, like mixed with good songwriting. So I don't know. I kind of like that kind of stuff right now. Like a band I really like is Pavement. And they've been a constant in my, car, like in terms of my CD player for a long time.
Cool. All right. We'll just go to Graham quick, and then Matt can answer.
I think someone I kind of like really like to listen to and take a lot of inspiration from in terms of fluidity on the instrument or music in general is Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
The late great, and I think there's just something about him where no matter what you throw at him, he can survive the weather. So yeah, I think that's constant inspiration. There's a bunch of other stuff, but you know what? I think that's good enough for now.
Yeah, awesome. Gotta love him. All right, Matt, if you can answer that.
I'm a big fan of like a lot of '90s stuff. I don't know, Dinosaur Jr. is a big one. Pavement, Sebadoh. I'm also into a lot of like newer stuff. To name one, Cloud Nothings is a good one for me nowadays. But I also listen to folk, Nick Drake, Bob Dylan. I listen to old classic rock. Like I listen to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I just don't get sick of anything. I'll listen to pop music.
Nice. Well, it shows with your music, to be honest, because there's such a variety in it. So, yeah, it's really cool that you all have that unique touch that you bring to it. So we have one more question. Do we? Oh, here we go. Perfect. Let's go. We can go right to you, can we? We'll go right to her. Why not?
Okay, the band name, the Pindles. Does it have a special meaning? How did you come up with this band name? And craziest story for a show or on tour? The craziest thing that's ever happened.
Awesome.
So the band name, we just messed up the word bindle and went with it. Bindle is like the hobo stick with the bandana on the end and they carry around the food. But yeah, we thought it was a pindle. I looked it up online, nothing came up, so we were like, that's even better.
It's so true. That's such a great name. Yeah, like Pindle. I like Pindle. That's a great story. Okay, and the second one we do want to hear. Craziest.
Craziest. I'm sure they've had some crazier times with Mice and the Hurricane, but with us, we played a Halloween show at a local bar called Merchant Ale House in St. Catharines. We weren't allowed in for the first little bit. We were sitting outside in the cold on our instruments. The band that went before us set off a fire alarm, so everyone had to evacuate the building for a while. By the time we went on, we were supposed to headline. We ended up only playing for like 15 or 20 minutes.
But we were all dressed as Wayne from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That is such a good story. Thank you so much for those great questions for everyone in the audience. And I guess we'll end with a great song. So if you could do one song for this segment, I'll just end it right here. Thanks so much for joining us, and tune in for next one. We have My Son the Hurricane coming on. So speaking of, anyways, let's get into it. Okay, thanks guys.
We're so prepared. song is called Shy Girl.
My girl, shy girl, still in stone. It's 9:18 and out on home. I lost my way all alone. It's 12:19 and I'm still stoned. Child girl, keeping promises. I cleaned my room and I made my deathbed. It's all late.